Welcome to another S&P 500 analysis. In this video, we're just going to take a quick look at the S&P 500 price action and also the SPY, the ETF for the S&P 500. And then we're going to take a look at some of the possibilities, some price level for Google on post-earning move. So stay tuned. Let's take a look at yesterday's price action of the S&P 500 and also the market internal. As you can see, the S&P 500 open gap down and work its way down, and you can see that the up-down volume ratio was kind of holding steady and wasn't that negative. Right? If you look at it, it's somewhere around, right here at the low. It's only about 5.5 to 1. Then it's slowly coming back up to 4.5, and then stay here somewhere around less than 3 to 1 in favor of the down volume. And then at the end of the session, it closed at just a little bit over 1 in favor of the down volume. And in addition to that, also looking at the advanced decline, when it opened, the market was 1,809 more declining issue than advancing issue. But look where it closed. It closed at 117 more declining issue than advancing issue. So it has recovered quite a bit, but it's still negative. Right? And the VIX went up as high as 31.55, but then it closed at 26.99. The put-call ratio did not get above 1 today, and the highest it got is somewhere around 0.94, and it closed at 0.908. Now the new high, new low, new low is still dominating the new high. So it ended the day at somewhere around 427 more new low than new 52 high. But as you can see, the internal was improving to tell us the market is turning, right? But although it's still, we are getting this negative divergence because we still got, more declining issue and also more down volume than up volume. So this little bit of a bounce is might be giving a lot of these people a false sense of security, thinking that the market has seen its low and start bouncing back. Now, if we take a look at the SPDR, the ETF for the S&P 500, remember we are talking about, we're looking at this composite volume profile value area, and we're looking at this look above and fail to come down and trace this lower value area, and you see that it has broken down early in the morning to the open on Monday, and then at the end, near the end of the session, it came back up and came back into this value area. So now, does it mean that it is going to go work itself back up to the other end of the value area, up at the value area high at 453 area? Or will it just basically, this is a fake or just a little bit of a shake and bake move before it makes its way down to test the February low? So we basically are still be watching for a more downside to go, because although remember we'll talk about this low here, right? If it doesn't hold this low, then we're basically looking for this thing to come down and test this low. It did not, right? Although you could say that it held that low, well, it came down and it popped right back. But believe that it's still going to come back down and take out this low. Because remember, we had that negative divergence between the advanced decline and also the S&P 500 that need to get resolved. And the only way that we can see a resolution is to take out the February low. So we'll still be watching for a lower low here to at least come down and take out this low. And right now, this if it continue to move up, we probably could see a little bit of a bumping up to this 432, and on these high volume node here, and then maybe the most is come back up to this 382 at 437 and start pushing back down. And remember, we're still looking at this Fibonacci retracement here on these retracement level. So that's basically the SPY. Looking at the S&P 500 daily chart here, we see that it did come down to this low here and then move back up. Now we did have this low zone here, so essentially it's sitting up at this high volume zone for basically a little bit of a support here. So right now we'll see would it be able to hold above this and push back up to this 43.83, or would it come back down and then take out the 4200 and push us down to these levels here and eventually get down to this 41.14. Now let's take a look at Google. Google is scheduled to report earnings today after the market close. And here, right here, I got the mark off plus or minus 193, and that is the projected move for Google's earnings. And that is based on last Friday's close. So the option market is pricing in plus or minus 193, the way that I calculated. Although a lot of people basically just looking at the straddle on Google's and use that as a projected move. But I do it slightly different, so the number will different a bit from that straddle price. So basically right now we're looking at the possibility of moving up to the upside of $2,588. That's on the upside here. And the downside is somewhere around 2,196.71. So those are the numbers that we are looking for after Google reports earnings today after the market close. Now, in addition to that, on here, I also have a Fibonacci retracement on this swing here. And as you can see, it came up to this, close to this 0.78 and 0.618 zone, and before it get rejected. And also in addition to that, notice that there is this evening star pattern. And this is on a weekly chart here. We're looking at the weekly price chart here. So you can see that it came down and broke through this evening star pattern and came down to close to this 0.272 extension before it got a bounce yesterday. All right, so this bounce here, most likely we probably will see Google probably chop around near this the Friday's close. And then based on the earning after the market close, then either you're going to move up or going to come down tomorrow, right, on Wednesday on the open. So we'll see. But of course, after hour, there's going to be some price movement based on the expectation or the interpretation of the market on the earning and the conference call. So right now, looking at this thing here, we see that there is this high volume node here, somewhere around just about, let's see what that price is here, somewhere around 25.30 area. And then we also have this these low volume zone. Those are the price level or the zone that I expect the price to come down and then maybe do a little bit of a chop before come down to the next area here on this 2196. It's pretty much in confluence with this low volume zone. And if we come up here to this level at 2588, push through this high volume node and then into these high volume area here. So we'll see would it be able to move back up to the 382 or come down to this basically a 618 extension on the downside. Although we got a little bit of a bounce yesterday, don't get into the false premises that the market had made it low. I think there's another low coming, although we could see a little bit more bounce, but do not get trapped into this what we call a dead cat bounce. So be careful out there and be sure to click the thumbs up to help me promote and share this video on YouTube. Thank you for watching and stay safe.